Welcome to the Ordinary Marathoner Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Ordinary Marathoner Podcast. My name's Coach Scott. I'll be your host today. It is Thursday, February 20 of 2020. A lot of 20s on the calendar for today. Maybe it's time to do a 20-mile run. Maybe it's 20K. All right, 20 minutes. How about that? How about that? Let's just do 20 minutes. Anyway, maybe the podcast will be 20 minutes. That'll be reflective of today's strange date, 2/20/2020. I can't get over it. I can't stop saying it. Pretty busy week for us this past week. I apologize I didn't get a podcast out earlier in the week. It's been a little bit crazy here. Sam's week off of school. We had a couple podcasts where we had guests on. We had the podcast with Kyle and Brent Pease, one of our most listened to podcasts. A great story. Love talking to those guys. Very inspirational. Check it out if you haven't checked it out yet. We also had the Leadville crew, former guests, 3 former podcast guests who are all they all got into the Leadville 100 lottery this year, and they're all running it in August. Brian Burke, Jen Bergstrom, Jeff Beeson, all 3 of them taking on Leadville this year in Colorado. Good luck to all 3 of you guys. It was a great podcast. Another one just super inspirational, talking to people who have the mental capacity to take on a 100-mile race. I think it's just insane. It's insane in a great way, if that makes any sense. And I got to tell you, I've been talking to a couple people here and there. I don't know. I might be starting to think, ever since we had Tamara Johnson on the podcast, maybe, 50 mile. I don't know. I don't want to say anything. It's in the back of my head. I'm thinking about it. Things are happening. People are talking, and I don't know. It may be in the future, maybe not. But speaking of some people who are getting it done, we had a number of Team Ordinary runners and getting some races done over the past weekend. Again, if you want to join Team Ordinary, head on over to teamordinary.com. Check it out. You get the shirt, you get the hat. Still, by the way, guys, the same hat from day one. It's looking pretty darn good. I mean, geez, the cost of signing up for Team Ordinary is worth the hat in and of itself. Never mind the shirt. Never mind the bag, all the good stuff that you get. You get to have your name read out for all your races on the podcast. I mean, geez, you get your profile page on our website. I love this team, man. You guys are awesome. Stephanie Brown out there the last weekend getting it done. 10K, the Eye of the Dragon 10K in Florida. Awesome medal. Again, if you're part of the Facebook group, you saw the picture of the medal that she won. It was awesome. Beautiful medal. Great job out there, Stephanie. Again, you can join the Facebook group. It's Ordinary Marathoners. It's a closed discussion group. Add yourself to it. We'll put you through right away. You join the conversation. A little bit of moderating being done there over the weekend. Settle down, people. Settle down. But no, you guys are awesome. It's a really good crew. Just had to do a little bit of tweaking, a little bit of, I don't know, something's appropriate, something's not appropriate. That's what happens as you grow, I guess, as you grow, it's more people and more room for disagreement, I guess. Anyway, Tabby and Ron Booz braving the North Carolina cold weather. The 57-degree temperatures out there at the Frostbite 5K. Way to get it done, guys. The Not for Wimps 10-mile trail run. That's George Shevick out there. He was out there taking pictures wearing his Team Ordinary shirt. Way to get that done, George, out there in Kansas. The Run the Line half marathon. This was Jeff Beeson, who was just one of the Leadville guests on the podcast. And you can see the training is working, Jeff. Jeff PR'd his half marathon. That was the one in that Texas-Arkansas border race that Jeff got done and PR'd it. So things are looking up for you, dude. I'm anxious, excited, optimistic about your Leadville 100 in August. Keep it up, man. Keep it up. This upcoming weekend, we do have a couple people running the Al Gordon 4-miler in Brooklyn. If it's Brooklyn, it's Keith Jones out there getting that done. Keith runs pretty much any race that's in Brooklyn. I'm pretty sure he's run every race in Brooklyn. The Lake Effect half marathon in Syracuse. Now, man, let's take a lesson here, Tabby and Ron Booz. You want to run the Frostbite 5K, that's all fine and good, but you can't run the Frostbite 5K in North Carolina. The Lake Effect half marathon in Syracuse in February, that is frostbite. Like, that's gloves. That's like, you're going to lose a couple fingertips. But Maura Donovan, she is tough. She's going to get out there and get that done. That's the frostbite. I'm going to give you that's the Frostbite Lake Effect half marathon. Jesus. I would never sign up for that. What are you thinking, Maura? It's like, I don't know. I don't know, but she's tougher than me. Clearly, she's tougher than me. 5K training, guys. All right. I say this pretty much every year, but we've kind of identified this is the week today. Most Couch to 5K programs are 10 weeks long, including the one that's on our website that Ascension Multisport put together for us. There's a few clicks that you need to do. If you go to ordinarymarathoner.com, check out the right column. If you're on your phone, it's all the way at the bottom. It's the Ascension Multisport Ordinary Marathoner Couch to 5K program that Nick put together for us. If you want to be ready for the Ordinary Marathon, it's May 8th through May 17th. It's a 10-day event. No, you don't have to run a full marathon. Some people look at it as a challenge and say, oh, you know what, I'm going to try to run a full marathon over the 10 days. And that's awesome if you can get that done. And we've seen people do that and feel just like they've accomplished the most amazing thing. And I think that is just it's so great and awesome to take that on as a challenge. That being said, you don't have to run a full marathon in order to join. It's really more about the camaraderie, the sense of being together and supporting one another through your running journey. And your running journey, is that word again? Just to keep people going, to inspire others and be together as a community. So that being said, you don't have to run a full marathon to sign up for the Ordinary Marathon. You just over 10 days. Mind you have 10 days. But if you can run 3 miles and you run it a day and you take 1 day off over that 10 days, you're going to run a full marathon distance over that time. Now, if you want to be able to get up to that 3-mile distance, if you start today and you start on that Couch to 5K program, you're going to land smack dab in the first weekend of the Ordinary Marathon. That's just the way it is. So now is the time where you want to roll off that couch. Some of you guys are rolling. I was one of them. 280 pounds when I started. And it's tough, man. It's tough to overcome, but you think about it. 10 weeks. 10 weeks. That's May. That's May. You will be running 3 miles in May if you start today. If you have trouble finding it, reach out to me. Reach out to me on Facebook. Reach out to me on Twitter. Email me. Whatever you got to do. Let's get you running. Let's get you started. 4 or 5 days a week. Check out the schedule. Go after it. 10 weeks, your life is going to change. That's what I'm saying. And we're all here behind you. Not one person here in this group is going to say, hey, you can't run a mile now? No one's saying that. We want you to. If you want to do it, we want to support you. We want you to get up and start. And now is the day to start. Because by the time you get 10 weeks forward and you get through that Couch to 5K and you run that 3.1 miles, it's going to be time for the Ordinary Marathon. You can join us. You can join us either way. But man, wouldn't that be a great accomplishment? I'm just saying. Anyway. Here's another announcement. I got another announcement. I have signed up for Ironman Lake Placid 70.3. I believe it's September. I got to look at the date and make sure that I got that day off. I got to have that day off because I'm signed up for the Ironman Lake Placid 70.3. Now I know what you're saying. You're saying, wow, another 70.3. Nope. I'm doing it in relay fashion. With Matt Schorer, Jacob Polzen. Matt is doing the bike. Jacob's doing the run. And I got to tell you, they're both very strong in those disciplines. So we got a shot here. And I'm doing the swim. Go figure. Of course, September, 6 in the morning, it's going to be like freezing cold. And I only have a short sleeve, a sleeveless wetsuit. So I'm going to be freezing my butt off. I'll be freezing my butt off for about, I don't know, I'm saying 38, 39 minutes. Get that one loop around Lake Placid. Every time I jumped into into Mirror Lake, sorry, not Lake Placid. Every time I've jumped into Mirror Lake, I've done 2 loops. So there's only 1 loop. I got that. I'm just wondering because I could actually just go out of the water and go right to the Lake Placid Brewery in my wetsuit. But I think I actually have to go check in at transition and give the timing chip over to Matt to start on the bike. And then maybe I'll just change out of the wetsuit and then go to Lake Placid Brewery while those guys bike and run for the rest of the day. But I'm looking forward to that. It's an awesome opportunity for me. I can't wait for it. I know our friend Joe Caniano, he's going to be out there doing the entire race this year. I don't know if we got anyone else on Team Ordinary out there doing it. But look, if you want to come cheer us on, I'll be done after the swim. And I'd love to meet some of you guys out there. If anyone's out there for the 70.3, definitely. It would be really cool. Bike rides. I want to talk about, so we've been doing a lot of these team meetups on Zwift, our indoor bike trainer. And we did one, so every Thursday night. So tonight we're going to be doing another one. I'll be live streaming it as long as everything works. I'll be live streaming it on YouTube. So check that out if you can. And Matt did a group meetup over the weekend as well. We got a nice little ride in, about 90 minutes with a great group of people. That was awesome. I hope he does another one this weekend. I'm not sure if we can this weekend, but we'll see about that. And anyway, so we're riding around and we're just chit-chatty with each other. And Matt said something to me that it was a nice little quote, and I don't know if he got it from somewhere else. I think I've heard it before, but I don't really know. But point well taken. He said, if I eat like garbage, I feel like garbage. And sometimes when you're on the bike, it's like you think you're going to be really, you think you're fine, you jump on the bike, and all of a sudden things don't work. Now, the reason why this made sense to me, and the reason why it kind of struck a chord when he said it, is because I've been riding almost every day this year. I think maybe I've taken 2 or 3 days off. And of those times, like January, I was on my diet. I was pretty strict about eating well. I had no problems. Even if I was a little tired, I would get on that bike and I would get my workouts done. I'd do what I want to do. Everything got done. There was one day in February where it didn't get done. And what happened was, it was early in the evening, so maybe like 5:30. I'm guessing the time. And it was probably a little earlier than that. I went to pick up Sam. Stephanie wasn't feeling well. She slept all day. She woke up in the afternoon and she's like, I'm hungry. I missed lunch. Maybe we'll just get pizza. So she orders pizza and she gets a small pie because she figures, because at the time I'm like, I'm not going to eat pizza. So she gets a small pie. I pick it up on the way from picking Sam up from school. So it must have been about 3:00. And put it down, and I get ready for my ride, and I come back downstairs, and there's like 3 pieces of pizza left, and it's a small pie, so it's practically like a frozen pizza, right? So it's small. So I'm like, all right, 1 piece isn't gonna, and I get like a little, and so it's a little triangle. It's not even that big. I eat the pizza. Yeah, that was pretty good. And just sneak another one of these, another slice, and like I said, like they're small pieces, but they add up. So I wound up, I crushed it. I crushed the rest of the pizza. I had 3 slices. And again, they're not big slices, little slice. I cannot say, but still, it's pizza and it's 5 minutes before I'm about to hop on the bike. Now I go hop on the bike and man, I had a pretty solid workout built for me in my brain, what I wanted to get done. There was a lot. I was hoping to be on for at least 90 minutes, if not a little longer. If I felt good, I was just going to keep it going. And I got on the bike and after 10 minutes, I'm like, man, that pizza was a bad idea. That was a bad idea. And all of a sudden I start feeling a little loopy and my brain's I'm feeling like a little dizzy. And at 20 minutes in, I pulled the plug. And I was like, this is just not working today. Like I'm just not feeling good. A little nauseous. And man, I had a great workout planned. Then I ate 3 slices of pizza and then the workout imploded. And so far, look, it's February 20. And like I said, I probably missed like 2 or 3 days on the bike, but out of all the workouts on the bike I've done this year, this one workout sticks out to me as the one that it just didn't get done. It just didn't get done. And when I thought about Matt's quote, if I eat like garbage, I feel like garbage. Man. Yeah. I mean, they talk about 4th discipline of triathlon being nutrition, but that's kind of part of it, right? Even running, when you think about it, you can't exactly eat a big meal and then go for a run. The same thing's going to happen. You're just going to feel like crap. And, it's combined with the fact that I haven't been eating things like pizza this year. I've been pretty good with the diet, pretty strict, pretty disciplined. So for me to go and eat 3 pieces of pizza when I'm not used to eating that stuff and then try to hop on the bike and do a good workout, not a good idea. And so I'm taking that to heart. I'm going to try to use that as sort of a learning opportunity for me going forward and just keep that discipline. It's funny. I've been waking up at 6 a.m. Wednesdays and Fridays to do an early morning ride with one of my clients, which I love to do, by the way. I love to do. It's all, what it is that when you're a coach, anytime you can kind of be with your athlete and watch them work and get things done and then kind of follow up and it's like, it's virtual. I know it's virtual, but I'm there. You know what I mean? And a lot of people sort of question the virtual coaching and whether or not it can be effective. But I think when you talk about triathlon, you talk about Zwift, it opens that avenue a lot more. And if you're out there and you're not riding with your coach in certain situations, I don't, that's an opportunity for a coach. That coaches should be looking into that and doing that more often. I hate to put coaches on the under the gun a little bit, but man, it's just an opportunity that's right there for coaches to be in touch with their athletes. You don't even, you set up a meetup ride. If I was a coach and I had 4 rides that day, 4 clients riding, and like 3, I rode with 3 of them, and then that 4th ride, it's going to be like my 7th hour on the bike, and whatever. I'm just surmising, this hasn't happened, but you can set their meetup ride to ride to keep you guys together. So the coach doesn't necessarily have to push out the same power or wattage as the athlete in that situation. I'm just saying, it is an opportunity for virtual coaches to be with their athletes. It's a great thing. But anyway, back to my discipline thing. I know when I go to bed on Tuesday night, A, I got to go to bed early. B, no wine with dinner, no drinking, nothing. Got to be ready. Got to eat healthy. Got to set that alarm. And then when that alarm wakes up, I got to tell you, it's a lot easier to get up when you're well rested, when you're well fed, when you have someone there that you got to meet. That will keep you disciplined, and it's great. It's absolutely great, and it all comes full circle, right? If I eat like garbage, I feel like garbage. Well, all that leads to discipline, and the whole thing about discipline and training and being ready, even on the most what you would think is the most unimportant Tuesday workout or something like that. You got to be ready. You got to be ready. Otherwise, it's you're risking not being able to perform up to your best, and it could cost you a workout, which you don't. Look, we all set aside time to do this stuff. So if you're going to set aside time, you might as well be ready for it. Be prepared. That's all I'm saying. So Tuesday nights, Thursday nights especially, when I got to get up that next day and ride at 6 a.m., you better believe that I'm trying to prepare myself in advance for that and stay disciplined. So just something that just a little message from me to you. Tokyo Marathon. How about that, guys? My God. One of the major marathons this year. Every year, obviously. No one on Team Ordinary has said that they were running Tokyo Marathon this year. But due to the coronavirus outbreak, they canceled the run for everyone but the elites. And thinking about it, I'm like, all right, so and I think it's a good thing. You think about it, all right, now if I signed up for Tokyo Marathon, it would probably be my A race for the year because it's a major marathon. It's a big travel day for me. It would be it would be something I'd be really, really focused on. Get out to Tokyo, run the marathon. What a great race. Now, a couple days before the marathon, 2 weeks or whatever, they cancel it. Now, okay. Why did they cancel? All right, well, you're going to have a whole bunch of people breathing heavy, sweating like crazy, and potential deadly virus in the air that's been spreading like wildfire. I'm good with the cancel. A couple weeks in advance, so you can cancel your hotel. Hey, the flight is what it is. It is what it is. I got to tell you, though, right now, if I was going to Japan, I'd have been nervous to begin with, being stuck in that metal tube, breathing everyone's air with coronavirus around. I just would. So, ultimately, I do think I was the right choice for them. The event, I don't know. You would think that they probably have some kind of insurance for that. And if you're an athlete and, hey, it sucks. It sucks that you've been training for this and now you're out. But there are more marathons out there, other races you can probably sneak into. And I'm sure that they will let anyone who missed out on this year's marathon, if you're registered, you'll be allowed to be in next year's marathon. That's just typically the way they do things. So, just something to mention, man. Sometimes, life, especially when we're training, right? We like to think that you're going towards this goal. There's nothing going to stop you. You're focused on something. You're going to go out and get it. And maybe you've been training really hard and maybe you've been prepared and you're ready and you are focused. And all of a sudden it's like, someone pulls the rug out from under you. It's got to be hard to take, it's got to be hard to take. But I think if you're in that position right now and you're thinking about it, I think it's for the best. I think it's for the best. And you think about, all right, Think about all the tension, all that stress that was kind of revolving around this issue. And now it's gone, right? Now it's gone. So find yourself a local marathon. Don't get down. Find yourself maybe some local halves or something like that. Or if you can get into one, some sort of like mid-level marathon. I know we just had, was Miami right around now? I think Miami's around now. Fort Lauderdale, I think Fort Lauderdale was just finished this past weekend. But there are other marathons you just got to look on the calendar, sign up for one, get it done. You got to feed that hunger, that the reason that you've been training for a year probably to get, go to Tokyo and run a marathon. Feed that hunger. Got to feed it. Got to just, change your mindset, change your focus, get something else done. Do not be upset and down and shut it all down because you've worked so hard. There's a reason you work so hard. I'm just supporting you here. Get it done. Get it done however you can get it done and keep focused. You'll be doing it next year. That's all I got to say. I think it was the right decision though, Tokyo. Smart. And that's it. So tonight's the live stream. If you're on Zwift and you want to be part of the ride, reach out to me. I'll be glad to invite you there. I don't know how many people we got scheduled. I know a lot of people couldn't make it this Thursday. Probably the same reason I can't get Sam to have a friend over because everyone's on vacation. But anyway, love to see you guys out there and get together for that ride tonight. We'll be riding around Central Park, and that's it. So I hope you guys had a good day. Are we 20 minutes? 21 minutes on 2/20/2020. Have a good day. Remember, every day is an ordinary day unless you make it extraordinary. So get after it.